अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुह।
वालेकुम सलाम
वालेकुम अस्सलाम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today, inshallah, we will learn this lesson number 4 of the Durusul Lughatul Arabiya, second juz, second part. In this lesson, we will learn about the verbal sentences. In the first lesson of this book, we have learned about the Jumlatul Ismiya. What is the Jumlatul Ismiya? The sentence which start with the noun. That is called Jumlatul Ismiya, and Jumlatul Ismiya have two parts. The first part is file subject, subject. That we call it Mubtada. And the second part of the nominal sentence is predicate, is khabar. And this is a construction of the nominal sentence. Now we will learn about the verbal sentence. Jumlatul Fi'liya. What is the Jumlatul Fi'liya? Which starts with a verb. A Jumlatul Fi'liya is start with a verb. The verb in the Fi'l Madi, past tense. We have learned about the Zahaba. Zahaba, he went. Raja'a, he returned. So most Arabic verbs have only 3 letters, which are called radicals. You see here. I show you here. The base form of the sentences in Arabic is past tense. Almost Arabic verbs can be traced to 3 letters. 3 letters, we call it Salasi Mujarrad. We call it Salasi Mujarrad also. In Arabic, we call them Salasi Mujarrad. To remain understand their structure, the 3 letter verbs are defined on the pattern of fa'ala. Fa'ala. There are the 3 radicals. Here, you see here, there are the 3 radicals. First one, fa. Radical first is fa. Radical second is ain. And radical third is lam. So we call them Salasi Mujarrad on the pattern of fa'ala. Second is kharaja. So on the same pattern, there is kharaja. The first radical is kha. Second radical is ra. Ra is on the pattern of ain. Kha is on the pattern of fa. Ra is on the pattern of ain. And jim is on the pattern of lam. Kharaja is on the pattern of fa'ala. So first radical, we call it first radical, first kalima. A first radical is fa. And third radical is lam. While the second radical is ain. The second radical is ain. So in the fa'ala kharaja, there is dhamma. There is fatha on the odd radicals. So we see here, zahaba is the same pattern on the fa'ala. Zahaba. Jalasa. Jalasa. Nasara. Nasara. Sami'a. So second radical is it can change its haraka. Here is fatha. Now here is dhamma. Samiya is dama here. Here is kasra. And karuma, here is dama. So what is the rules of the fa'ala? In the base form of all three letters, past tense verb, kalimatu, fa and kalmatun lam. Radical fa and radical lam, they always have a fatha. Radical fa and radical lam. First radical and this third radical, they always have a fatha. And the second radical, it can have a dhamma, it can have a fatha, and it can have a kasra. So only the haraka change with the second radical. The first and third radical, they always have a dhamma. So here we are not learning about the past tense, we are learning about the verbal sentence. What are the verbal sentence? You see here the chart. Nominal sentence start with a noun contains mubtada and khabar. There are the two parts of the nominal sentence. First part is mubtada and the second part is khabar. Al jumlatul ismiyatu. Hamidun talibun. Hamid is a file here. Hamid is subject of the sentence and we call it mubtada. Nominal sentence, we call it mubtada, and the second part of this sentence, that is predicate, that is khabar. Talibun, Hamidun talibun. So talibun is a predicate here. Talibun is a khabar. While in the al-jumlatul fi'liya, verbal sentence starts with a verb, contains fe'lun, fa'ilun, and maf'ulun bihi. Maf'ulun bihi is object here. Maf'ulun bihi is object. Sami'a hamidunil azana. Sami'a hamidunil azana. We read it nil azana. When there is a alif lam after this tanween, then we read here like this, nil azana, do nil. Actually, this is do nil. It is do nil. So this is do nil. Samia Hamidu nil azana. Hamid heard the call to prayer. Hamid heard the azan. So Samia is a verb. Samia is a verb of the fi'l madi. Hamidun is a file. Hamidun is a file. Al-azana is maf'ul bihi. Maf'ul bihi is the object, target of the action. Action is being done on the maf'ul bihi. You will learn in the next lessons more in detail about the maf'ul bihi. Maf'ul bihi is the object, target of the action, where the action is being done. So here, Samiya, the work of listening, work of listening is being done on azan. Azan is being listened. Here, azan is being listened by Hamid. So, azan is maf'ul bihi here. It is object of the sentence here. So, object is always mansub. Object is mansub. It have fatha here. Object have, the ending of object is fatha here. Azana. Samiya Hamidunil Azana. The ending of the Azan will be with Mansub Fatah. File is always marfu. The file is always marfu. So Hamidun, it will be marfu here. Samiya Hamidun, Hamidun will be marfu here. So this is a construction of the nominal and the verbal sentences. Now you see here, in more detail you can see. I make it more large for you. When we use pronoun with the verb, when we use pronoun with the verb, huwa, for huwa, for the first person, for the third person singular, muzakkar, third person singular muzakkar, we use zahaba. And in this zahaba, huwa is hidden here. So file, in zahaba, file is hidden. In huma, zahaba, zahaba. So alif is a file here. In this alif, this alif is a file. This is a subject. And in zahabu, this waw is a file. It is a subject, this waw. And zahabat, here the file is here, and here is hidden here. The file in zahabat is hidden, and ta is tatanis. This is tatanis. This is not a file. Ta are feminizing. It is not a subject file. It is not a file. It is not a subject. This ta is not a file. This ta is not a subject. Huma zahabta. So alif. This is dual. Zahabta. Hunna zahabna. Zahabna. This is noun of the feminine. This is noun of the feminine. This is noun of the feminine plural. Zahabta. This is ta is a noun, pronoun of anta. Zahabta. So here ta is a file. Ta is a subject here. Antuma zahabtuma. So tuma is subject here. Tuma is subject here, file here. Zahabtum, tum is subject here. Tum is file here. You see here, zahaba, he went. Zahaba, zahaba, they went. They too went. Zahabu, they all went, plural. Zahabat, she went. Zahabata, they too feminine went. Zahabna, they plural feminine went. And here na is nunu niswa. Zahabta, you went. You masculine singular. You went. Zahabtuma, you dual went. Zahabtum, you plural went. And this is same for the antum, anti, anti feminine. Zahabati. So here this ta is ta tanis. This ta is ta tanis. This is not file here. This is not subject here. Antuma, zahabtuma. Tuma is here subject. Zahabtunna. So tunna is here. Tu is a subject here, and noon is nunu niswa, feminizing noon. Zahabtu, tu is file here, and zahabna, Na is file here. All protection, alif of protection, aliful wiqaya in zahabu. It protects verb like akhazu, they took, where the waw is not joined to the body of the verb and therefore may be mistaken for the conjunction waw, meaning and. So we just added here aliful wakaya. So we add alif here just to protect this waw. So now we go to the lesson. Zahaba Bilalun, Bilal went. This is the verbal sentence. As we have seen in book 1, Zahaba means he went, but it is followed by a subject. The pronoun he is to be omitted. If the Zahaba followed by a noun, Zahaba or the verb, it follows by a noun, then we don't translate he. We translate with the noun. Zahaba Bilalun. Bilal went. We cannot say Bilal he went, ya he Bilal went. We cannot translate like this. If only Zahaba, if we translate only Zahaba, we will translate he went. Zahaba. Only Zahaba means he went. And he is hidden here. He is hidden here. But when we use a noun, proper noun, then he we don't translate. Zahaba Bilalun, Bilal went. And we cannot say Bilal he went. Bilal he went. This is wrong. In this way, Zahabat means she went. Zahabat means she went. But if the subject follows by a pronoun, she is dropped. We will drop she when Zahabat is followed by a noun or a pronoun. Zahabat, Aminatu, Amina went. So Amina went. We don't say Amina she went. Amna she went. We don't translate like this. So this is wrong here. If there is a noun or pronoun with the verb, then we don't translate he or she. In Zahaba he went and Zahabat she went. This subject is said to be Damir Mustatirun. Damir Mustatirun, hidden pronoun. We call it hidden pronoun. You can see here, hidden pronoun. Damirun Mustatirun, hidden pronoun, because he is hidden here in Zahaba and she is hidden here in Zahabat. To this basic form of the Madi, suffix are added to indicate their pronouns. We add suffix of the pronouns. After the verb, we add suffix of the pronoun in fail Madi. What the suffix we add? We just know we have learned about this suffix. I will give you more briefing about the what are the suffix in the fail Madi. This process is called isnad. So what is al isnad? What is with al isnad? Verb plus pronoun. Verb plus pronoun. So it is called isnad. When we use pronouns with the verb, it's called isnad. Use of verb with the pronouns, it called al-isnad or isnad. So in fail madi, you will learn here more about the isnad. We are learning here more. Zahaba, he went. The subject is hidden here. Subject is hidden. Zahabat, she went. Subject is hidden here. So what is hidden? He is hidden here. Here he is hidden, and Zahabat, she is hidden. She is hidden here. Note that the ta in the sign of its being feminine, it is not a pronoun. This ta is not a pronoun. This is to feminize. Zahabu, they went. Zahabu, they went. So here, this wow is subject. The subject is wow. He is a file of the sentence. He is a doer. He is a file. He is a subject. The alif after the wow is not pronounced. This alif after the wow, we don't pronounce it. We only just write, but we don't pronounce. We only write this alif to protect the wow. We call it protected alif. Protected alif. Who protect this wow? So we don't read it mistake. We don't do mistake in reading wow. Zahabna, they went. They went, the subject is noon. Zahabna, this noon is subject here. Noon is subject here. Zahabta, ta is subject here. These are the isnad. We call it isnad. Zahaba is a file. Zahaba is a verb, and we are attaching pronoun with the verb. So we are doing the isnad of Zahaba. Zahabtu, I went. Zahabtu, I went. Tu is file here. So here, tu is file here. Tu is subject here. So what are the suffix in the fail madi? What are the suffix in the fail madi? You see here. These are the suffix of the fail madi. When okay, these are the suffix of the verb in the fail madi. For huwa is detached pronoun, separate pronoun. So attached pronoun of huwa is he, is who, and in fail madi past tense, it is hidden here. It is hidden here. So for huwa, for the third person masculine singular, for the third person masculine singular, for the ghaib muzakkar wahid, for the ghaib muzakkar mufrad, the file and the suffix here is hidden. We don't add any suffix. For huma, we add alif with alif silent. And for whom, we add vav. We add vav and alif. Vav and alif. For hiya is ha, and for ha we use ta. And this is ta tanis. This ta is ta tanis. This is not file here. For huma, we add ta and alif with silent. Alif, silent and ta. These are the suffix we use in the fi'l madi. Unna. So same like here, huma, hunna. Hunna we use this noon in fi'l madi. For anta, for ka, we use ta. For antuma, kuma, we use tuma. After the verb, we will add this tuma. And for antum, we will add tum. Same like the feminine. Anti, for anti is ti. And for antuma is tuma. For antunna and for kunna, we add tunna. For first person, mutakallim. For ya mutakallam, we add tu. And for mutakallam, plural, nahnu, na, we add na. So these are the suffix we use in fi'l madi. The red line, this is the red line we use in the fi'l madi. Okay. Next is note the difference between the masculine and the feminine form. Aina Bilalun wa Hamidun wa Khalidun. Aina Bilalun wa Hamidun wa Khalidun. Where are Bilal, Hamid and Khalid? Where are Bilal, Hamid and Khalid? Zahabu ila suki. They went. Zahabu, they went. So here in Zahabu, waw is file here. Waw means they. This waw means they. Zahabu, they went. Ila suki, to the market. They went to the market. Aina Aminatu wa Fatimatu wa Zainabu. Aina Fatimatu, Aina Aminatu wa Fatimatu wa Zainabu. Where are Amina, Fatima and Zainab? Zahabna ila al-madrasati. They went to the school. They went to the school. So in this sentence, na is file here. Na here is file. This is subject here. Zahabna. The second thing we will learn in this lesson, negative in the fi'l madi. Negative in the fi'l madi. How we make the negative sentences in the fi'l madi. To render a verb in madi negative, the particle ma is used. We use ma when we have to say anything in negative in the past tense or in the madi, we will use ma. Zahabtu ila suki. Zahabtu, I went. Ila suki, to the market. I went to the market. Ma zahabtu ila suki. Ma zahabtu, I did not went. So ma mean did not. I did not went to the market. Ma kharajal imamu minal masjidi. Ma kharajal imamu minal masjidi. Ma. So you see here ma. Ma kharajal. Ma kharajal imamu minal masjidi. The imam did not. Imam did not go out from the mosque. The imam did not go out from the mosque. So ma mean I did not. Ma zahabtu, I did not. I did not. Dakhala Bilalun walakinnahu ma jalasa. Bilal entered. Dakhala Bilalun. Bilal entered. Walakinnahu, but ma jalasa, he did not sit. Ma jalasa, he did not sit. And the third is the difference between naam and bala. The word bala is used in response of a negative question. If there is a negative question, in the reply of negative question, we will reply bala. If a Muslim is asked, if someone asked by to a Muslim, lastu bi Muslimin, lastu bi Muslimin, are you not a Muslim? Are you not a Muslim? So what he will say? He will say bala. Yes. Bala mean yes. Bala ana Muslim. So bala is denying this one. In reply of lastu, we say bala. Bala, indeed, yes, I am a Muslim. Bala, I am a Muslim. But if non-Muslim is asked the same question, he replied na'am. If we ask to a non-Muslim, lasta bi Muslimin, are you not a Muslim? He will say yes. He will not say bala. He will reply yes. When we have to negate a negative, we will use bala. And when we have the answer in a positive, we will use naam. Lastu bi Muslimin, naam. So when he say naam, he means yes, he is not a Muslim. Lastu bi Muslimin, yes, I am not a Muslim. So in response to a negative question, naam, no, bala, bala mean yes. So in German also there is a they use a word Deutsch. So this is the language in German. The alternate of bala, they use Deutsch. And at the number 5, li anna, because. Li anna, it means because. Ma kharajtu min al bayti. Ma kharajtu min al bayti li anna al jawwa baridun. I did not go out from the house. Ma kharajtu, I did not go out min al bayti, from the house. Li anna, because. Li anna, because al jawwa baridun. So the noun following li anna, the noun following li anna it will be mansoob al jawwa. Li anna al jawwa baridun, because the weather is cold. Because the weather is cold. So noun after li anna will be mansoob here. Zahaba Ibrahimu ilal mustashfa. Ibrahim went to the hospital. Ibrahim went to the hospital. Liannahu maridun, because he is sick. Liannahu maridun, because he is sick. So here who, liannahu, this is mansoob here. Note that li anna is made up of li and anna, which is sister of inna. So the noun following it is mansub. So this was our lesson for today, and this is the vocabulary. You can see this vocabulary in the PDF. Inshallah, tomorrow we will continue. Shayun tea, la basa, no problem. May no harm come to you. La basa, may no harm come to you. So we end our lesson here. So inshallah, tomorrow we will continue.